The ultimate liberal lie. Since its formation, the Tea Party's been accused of being racist by the left. The only problem is there's absolutely no evidence on planet Earth to prove that theory. But despite the lack of proof, Democrats continue to make this accusation on national television. For example, watch this.
In 2010, the Republican infighting took a particularly dangerous tone because it wasn't just about infighting anymore. It was about taking our country back with the resurrection of the Tea Party, and it was very, very racial, whether any of them will admit it or not.
Racial, absolutely. I will not sit here and allow you to say that. The Tea Party came in, there were 63 people who came in 2010 because the government grew too much because, no, I will not allow people to sit here and say there's a racial aspect to it. That is absolutely,
All right, here to debate this, theblaze.com radio host and contributor Dana Loesch and radio talk show host Richard Fowler. Richard, give me an example. Give Dana and I an example, and if you have one, I would think Dana and I will condemn it and we'll say, absolutely, we don't support it. I'm a Tea Party member. Dana is. Give me an example where this has happened.
Well, Sean, I'm happy that you want to condemn it because I think you're completely right. I don't think the Tea Party is a race. I don't think the Tea Party movement itself is racist. I think the Tea Party has been a home for racism and for people that believe in racist ideology and racist policies
now
like
give me the
neo-Nazis.
specifics. I'm waiting for the specifics. Dana's waiting patiently for the specifics.
A couple years ago when they passed the Health Care Reform Act, CBC members, this was reported by the AP, CBC members were walking out, or Congressional Black Caucus were walking out of the Capitol. They were called the N-word, they were spit upon, they were jeered.
Andrew Breitbart offered $100,000 for any evidence to back that claim up, and it didn't exist.
The AP reported it. There was an AP reporter there that reported it, Sean.
The mainstream media, Dana, can get it wrong?
Yeah, well, Richard's omitting the fact that Emanuel Cleaver, who, by the way, is a lawmaker from my home state of Missouri, actually backpedaled on some of that, which was reported, as he's quoting, by the Associated Press. Not to mention, there were a sea of webcams there. There were a sea of iPhone cameras and handheld cameras, and not a single one of those cameras, in an era where we have such digital technology and we're able to capture absolutely everything, not a single one of those cameras, Sean, as you know, captured anything that any of these CBC members were alleging, and then of course you had Cleaver backpedaling as well. So let's report the full scope of the story and not just rely on some, oh, well, the AP said. Well, the AP also said this too.
But Richard, you just said that it was racial in some regard. The Tea Party's racial. I wouldn't be a part of a group that was racial. Dana wouldn't be a part of a group that's racial. So tell me, give me examples and help me out here.
But that's not what I said, Sean. I said the Tea Party as a movement is not racist. I'm not saying the Tea Party is racist. What I'm saying is the Tea Party has become a bastion for racism and racist individuals.
A bastion means there's a lot of examples.
That's what you're saying the same thing. It's semantics. You're saying the same thing.
It's not semantics at all. It is not semantics at all. There are people who are noted neo-Nazis, people who are noted, who are, for example, Stormfront.com, who they profess to be part of the Tea Party, they're anti-Semitic, they're homophobic, they're racist, and I can go on and on about how they do not like African Americans.
We're going around in a circle. Richard, I think this is... Give us examples, yeah.
I just gave you an example. Stormfront.com.
I've never heard of them.
Who are they? It's an organization that professes to be part of the Tea Party, and they actually do not like African Americans.
The Black Panthers profess to be part of the progressive movement. So do you?
Wait a second. Now let's be very clear.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Let's be clear. It's the same thing. So I'm not even familiar with the group that you mentioned, but you're saying that the Tea Party is racist. Richard, you're saying that the Tea Party is racist.
Dana,
We've asked for a number of examples.
Let me be very clear. The stereotype that exists...
Guys, one at a time.
Just come out with it.
Dana, you finished, then Richard. Go ahead.
Richard, all we're asking for is an example. You keep saying, well, such and such group. Okay, well, show me where Tea Partiers have behaved in a racist fashion.
I just pointed to their website, but that's beyond the point.
No, I need an example.
I
don't know who this group is.
The stereotype that exists in the United States is the Tea Party is a racist organization. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. I'm saying that is the stereotype. And in order to dispel the stereotype, what has to happen is individuals like yourself and Sean, who are upright, standing, card-carrying Tea Party members, have to go out and say, we reject all instances of racism that happen at Tea Party events.
We've already said that.
When people compare the president, when people tell the president to go back home to Kenya, when people are looking for the president's birth certificate, or people are waving the Confederate flag in front of the White House, that is what you would call racism.
Philip Berg, that came from your side.
Guys, good to see you both. We got to roll.